Let's check out everything new aboard the Disney Treasure, and let's start in the Grand Hall. The most important part about the Disney Treasure is the Grand Hall. The Grand Hall is themed after Aladdin, and this is all Agrabah themed. So on the carpets they have the elephant, and they have Abu. They have the genie over there. And their statue in the Grand Hall is incredible. They're flying on the magic carpet, but the coolest part about this, I think, is down here where the plants are. They actually have some stones that make it look like it's water. It's really, really nice. Just the attention to detail in this Grand Hall is insane. I mean, there's gold accents, it's so beautiful. Up on the top where their chandelier is, every single one of those little knobs actually has something to do with each of their ships. So if you look closely, there's one that has Minnie, there's one that has Mickey, there's one that has the shoe, Cinderella's shoe, and they all have to do with something with a different ship. One of the really cool new bars aboard the Disney Treasure is the Haunted Mansion Parlor. This takes place where the Hyperspace Lounge is on the Disney Wish, and this is one you don't want to miss. The best thing about this bar is that you could be in here for hours and things will just pop up that you haven't seen. The amount of times that the paintings and that the clock and that the mirror and the fish, they change. It's like you don't know where to look, and that you like lose time in here. It's absolutely amazing. They have a ton of awesome cocktails and non-alcoholic cocktails. It's really, really awesome.
All of the menus featured at the Haunted Mansion Parlor are on an interactive iPad, and there's cocktails, wine, beer, and alcoholic-free available. We loved sitting in the Donald Duck chair. That was a ton of fun. The atmosphere here is unlike any other bar or lounge anywhere on Disney Cruise Line, land or sea. It is really an incredible experience. Everybody should stop by and just get a sense for what it's like to experience the Haunted Mansion Parlor. It's really an incredible time. Great news for everybody who's not going to be able to make it on the long 7-night treasure runs. It will be featured on the Destiny starting in November 2025.
On Deck 3 midship, you can find the Scat Cat Lounge. This is themed after the Aristocats, and the difference between this one and Nightingale's, which is on Deck 3 midship of the Wish, is there is a bar on the outside of the club that is facing the Grand Hall, so you don't have to go inside to get any drinks that you need.
I was completely surprised by how much time we spent at this lounge.
Yeah, I agree.
It was so much fun. Like, the different performers every single night.
And the different types of music.
The different types of music. They would have, like, a Disney music night.
Then a Swiftie night.
A Maroon 5 night. Yeah, it was just Coldplay night. It was so packed.
Yeah.
This was such a fun lounge, and I absolutely am obsessed with the fact that they opened it up to the Grand Hall.
Yeah.
They didn't do that on the Wish with Nightingale, and so this is a whole new design and an all new layout. Absolutely love it. It was a complete home run for me. I love the vibe and the decor. Everything is beautiful. And the drinks. There was this one drink that was in a golden tea kettle, and it was delicious.
This is the Hey Hey Cafe. This is located on Deck 4. It is right next to guest services. And this on the Wish is actually the Wishing Star Cafe, and they made it more Moana theme, which I love because of the adventure theme. We love how easy it was to get coffees and cocktails here, and the Moana theme is such a nice touch, and it really just makes you like appreciate the movie just a little bit more. So this is the Jade Cricket Cafe, and this one is very similar to the one that is on the Wish, which is the Enchanted Sword, but this one actually has more of a variety and it's kind of closed off a little bit more. It's really nice and it has more seating. So this is right next to Mickey's main sail on deck 5. So the DVC Lounge, where you can actually get some information about DVC, you can get, if you are DVC, you can get some gifts every single day, is actually new aboard the Disney Treasure. It's a lot bigger, it's about double in size, and they do have a couple of models of the Polynesian Resort, the new Polynesian Towers, and they also have the Riviera Resort. So you come here, you can ask any questions you need, and you can meet with an advisor and get some DVC if you're interested. On deck 5, midship forward, you could find the Periscope Pub. The Periscope Pub is themed after 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You can watch football, and it is the same exact bar as Keg and Compass, just themed a little bit different.
I'm envious of anybody who's going to be here during the Super Bowl. This lounge, this bar is such a unique vibe to hang out in. We were actually watching the playoffs, but it is such a great place to hang out and just chill out. They've got finger foods, they've got beers.
And they have the best pretzel
ever. Yes, great pretzels. And they've got those old chips that they give you when you order drinks, pretzel chips. So this Keg and Compass, loved it, but 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on the Treasure is significantly better. And to think how awesome it was on the Treasure, the Disney Destiny, launching in November of 2025, is going to have a Pirates of the Caribbean bar, and I cannot wait to lounge and hang out in that bar.
Deck 11 next to Marceline Market, you can find Jumbo Sweets. Jumbo Sweets is where you can get some ice cream and some really nice candy sweets. This is an extra charge, but here it is all Zootopia themed, whereas on the Wish, it is all Inside Out themed. This is such a fun vibe, and I love the theming of Zootopia in the ice cream shop. And it's really awesome to come here, especially on sea days or even on port days if you really don't have anything to do. Come grab some ice cream and sweet treats. Again, everything in here is an upcharge, but it's so worth it. This is the Skipper Society. This is the Tiana's Bayou on the Disney Wish, and this has turned into the Jungle Cruise. So as you can see here, there's just so much decoration. It's so beautiful, and they do have a lot of Jungle Cruise theming.
The theming of excellence continues to Skipper Society. Honestly, the design here and the attention to details were so good. It literally felt like you were in like the queue of the Jungle Cruise ride. Love this area. We hung out. We had waffles that were really good. At Tiana's Bayou on the Wish, they had beignets, so they swapped them out here. Really love the selection of drinks here. Actually, there were many times we came and grabbed a Navigator iced tea, which is so good, and brought it over to Haunted Mansion Parlor or somewhere else. All cruise long, there's always going to be a ton of activities here, but make sure to show up early to grab a seat.
This is my absolute favorite restaurant on board the Disney Treasure. This is Plaza de Coco. This on the Disney Wish is Arendelle, where you see your Frozen show. And here you actually get 2 or 3 seatings here with 2 shows, one of which is just the main Coco show where they do all the songs. The second is the Day of the Dead. And if you love Mexican food and a Spanish vibe, this one's for you.
Imagine stepping onto the set of Coco. This is literally what it felt like. The attention to detail literally is everywhere on this ship. This was such a cool experience to be able to sit here for dinner and experience the different shows and the different menus. It's very cool. The second show was personally my favorite. It was the Day of the Dead, and it was very different than the first night. Different meal, different music, more music actually from the movie than the first night. And we really had a great time. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. It means a lot to us. Hit that like and give us a comment on what you think was your favorite part of the Disney Treasure.
Vessel, Poe.